Okay, fourth class, open up your Let's Talk Literacies on page 30, alright? So we're going to be doing A and B today. Okay, so A, we're talking about plurals, alright? And B as well. So we're talking about plurals. So what are plurals? Plurals are basically multiples of things. So for example, Mr. Murphy has his stamp. Okay, most of the time, all we have to do to change this singular word, stamp, into a plural is add s. Okay, so stamps, books, scissors, school bags. Very simple, right? If we have a word that ends in s, x, z, sh, or ch, we add es. Alright? So for example, if there was a bush outside that we had to cut, we had to cut down a bush, but then turns out Mark says that we have to cut down 4 bushes. We don't say bushes B-U-S-H-S, we say B-U-S-H-E-S, right? So we add an E in between the S-H and the S, right? So just to break it up so it's not all mushed together. And then for example, Y as well, if the word ends in Y, we usually change it to I-E-S. So for example, babies. So if we have a word baby, so she had 1 baby, we'd say B-A-B-Y, but if she had 3 babies, she'd have B-A-B-I-E-S. Okay, so we add I-E-S, so we change, it's like the S-H and C-H rule. So we add on the E-S, but to change from the Y, we have to add in an I instead. So we take out our Y and add in an I, because they kind of have the same sound, right? If the word ends in F or F-E, we drop those and add V-E-S instead. So instead of having the F or the F-E in there, we drop those and we put in a V instead with an E-S at the end, right? So for example, calves. So my calves, so this is my right calf. So calf, C-A-L-F, my right calf. But I have 2 calves, right? Calves. It's a calv sound, right? So we get rid of the F and we add a V-E-S, right? So all you're doing is in your book, you're going to write the correct plural to finish each sentence, right? So you have your options there. You're going to write down which is the correct one. So for example, pencils or pencils with an E-S. Okay, so which one are you going to pick, alright? I borrowed colouring pencils, pencils. Okay, bookers or books. Calves or calves. Right, so you have to try find out which one it is, right? Our rules are up here, so if you forget what I've just said, they're up there, it's very handy. So usually, all you have to do is add an S. That's all you have to do usually. It's only certain cases where you have to add, say for example, E-S onto the end of it, or take out a letter and put in a letter instead. Okay, so all the rules are there, so you should be perfect with those. And then some plurals don't follow the same rules. They are irregular. So for example, if you have 1 goose, that's perfect. But you can't say you have a flock of gooses, or sheeps, or fishes. You have to say geese, fish, sheep. So you can't say sheeps, right? So person, what's that? It's irregular. If I said we have 1 person on our Zoom today, but the other day we had 7 persons. Is that right? No. Mouse. There was 1 mouse in the corner, and when I went looking, I found loads of mouses. Is that right? No. Sheep, women or woman, child, man, foot, and tooth, right? So write the plural of each